Okay, so Sivir still helps you die by making everyone faster. It's a late game insurance, and it's good wave clear. Here we go again. Shuffle towards the Maokai. Knight misses his seismic shove. Vampire's here anyway. He had a ward, by the way. Just wasn't... Grand Star full top. Here we go. Getting beyond cubes, we can't ult out. Double knockup, can't get beyond. Nicely done from BLG. Good ult, good kill. The dragon on the other side. So actually, it's going to be 2 early objectives to WE. That's really good stuff. Good value out of the early lane. Prime is broken at the top of our screen, so just keep your eye on the mini-map. Just grasp. Lands onto the Nautilus, who cleanse away with the spellbook. Monkey goes in. I don't actually know how much they want that. Death charge comes on down. Maybe looks to be job back. Oh, wonderful seismic shove. Vampire surely dies. Flash away with a hostile takeover. Monkey continue to go forward. Elk will cleanse. Vampire bailed out. Doesn't keep himself alive for long. While all the while, Sivir continuing to ricochet. Public execution is slid away from, but Knight's not done. Looking for more. Karis managed to side step out of the seismic shove. Just enough space in the corner to get out to safety. Yes. All the timers movie again. Hooray. Monkey doesn't have flash. He's a very dead tree. Ooh, hang on. Wait, he does have flash. God damn it. I got baited by the scoreboard. Seismic shove, though. Vampire certainly doesn't because he flashed in the last fight. The gold lead is significantly more than 400 gold now. For sure. I'm hoping they know that the scoreboard is broken. On the hunt, Taeyun doesn't have flash available to be used. It certainly doesn't have cleanse. So we'll die on repeat to that. So it is a 3,000 gold lead to BLG. And Karzul, oh, you poor person who decided to believe in WE this split. The thing is, the analysis wasn't even wrong. They're in the river first. Maybe that's enough. The hostile takeover sucks. Nature's Crash comes on down. Sion is ulting on in. But all the while, look at the ricochets. Taeyun, great angle. Oh, Taeyun. Is he going to die to this dragon? No, Shadow's down, On's down. And Sivir couldn't get enough ricochet damage down. Oh my days, WE got away with it. Knight's going to try and kill some people off here. Just wipe with the seismic shove. That's why we wanted WE in the river first, by the way. They nearly lost it even then. The damage was pretty damn foul. Which leaves Shadow and On, side of split off. And even then, Taeyun and Vampire are so nearly dead. Like, a kill onto one or the other probably changes. That makes it a bit more playable. BLG still got 2 turrets, though. They got the turret top side. They get the turret down bot as well. Public execution just wide onto Monkey, though. So couldn't get over the wall, but gets to slide away. Now Shadow's coming over. On's here as well. Flash away from Karis. TP on through. Double seismic shove. Boomerang blade's not enough. On trying to hook away, stun onto Monkey, and they all get out. Lots of flashes, lots of teleports, but no one dies. Herald's still up. Now WE have to face check in. Cube and Karis have been very poor. I think Vampire's been not great either. Taeyun's been inconsistent. Monkey it's basically Monkey and a little bit of Vampire I have some faith for. We've got a fight going on though. On. Chains of Corruption will keep him dead. Knight is dead as well. Now Bin's in the backside though. Taeyun has gone into the bailout. Won't be enough to keep alive. Flash from Cube to try and kill off Bin, who's got another shield. The Omnivamp healing is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Especially as Elk just gets the ricochet on down with On the Hunt. Man, and better flank value. Unreal. Herald summoned in mid. Seismic shove. Is it going to get a charge? No, it is not. It does force BLG out of the river at least. W still yet to get a turret, by the way. Hook, wall. On probably dies for this and does, but Bin's on the flank. Ah, Vampire's dead. Sion is dead. Bin is not. Bin gets to hop away. Finally dies, but Shadow's got a shield vault, so that means another kill onto the Varus. Elk just cleanses and walks away. Karat's got nothing. Ricochet, auto, boomerang blade. Seismic shove does... Sorry, not seismic shove. Emperor's Divide does nothing. And once again, on just goes. I am riding for Valhalla. Sure, put all of your damage into me, the Nautilus, the most important part of this composition. And they burn all of the cooldowns onto the Nautilus, while everyone else survives. And then Bin just comes in with a flank angle. He's very happy to trade his life there for 2 kills or whatever. I mean, Tier 2 is kind of slowly being sieged at, and that means VOG's get to walk through enemy red buff, pick that up. It's only a 2-person red buff right now, but you can imagine Elk will be being donated, it is. But yeah, in some ways it can be a little inefficient. But hey, it's also just a very good item individually with the ability haste and all the things for the 1v1s, particularly for both. On gets out, death charge in, Knight comes in with a Weaver's Wall, Nature's Grasp comes on down. Doesn't really lead to all that much though, and Bin is around, gets handshook, exhausted. Still got the public execution as Shadow flashed on out. Karis is now in a horrible spot. The hostile takeover after the flash won't keep Vampire alive. Karis gets flashed on. Sivir gets a double. And Cube. Well, there's something about being there or being square. Can Bin interrupt? No, we can't. Whee! Cube gets out, but it means he's not here. And Baron will be going down to BLG. Lickety split. I also do note that Knight has 10 stacks on his Dark Seal. I can all but guarantee he will be buying a Medjai's on his next pack. In another world, that ult flash from Vampire is cool. BLG. Baron for BLG. Yeah, this one's looking pretty doomed for WE, folks. But are you quite happy to give those up? I think they'll play Varus quite happily. Elk's a good Varus. But they just don't give a damn about Azir. And in fairness, Talia Pantheon is like permabanned as well. So it's not like they traded Azir Varus for nothing. Oh, that CC chain. Good Aegis Assault, by the way, from Shadow to immune a lot of the damage. How do you know how many kills for each player? If you look at the bottom of your screen, so obviously new to League, if you see the little numbers down right at the bottom of the screen where the little portraits are and all the item icons, the 133 for the Scion says 1 kill, 3 deaths, 3 assists. Kill, stat, assist down there. Hope that helps. Oh. Bin. Gonna try and find an angle onto Monkey, but he had to sidestep and is now looking pretty low and just down. Yeah, well, your jungler's dead. Vampire just ate a massive chunk from a Ricochet. Double proc a boomerang blade. You're welcome, Andre. Welcome to the community. And welcome to League of Legends. What happens after groups? Yes, they will go to playoffs. So the top... Is it 2 teams or 1 team from Nirvana go into playoffs? I don't remember. Knight, golden moment. Grand Starfall, flash away. Shield vault forwards onto Taeyun. Shadow's still got the GA, so even if he dies, he just comes back up again and buys all the time he needs. Emperor's Divide, flash on over, decimating smash interrupted. GG. BLG, make it look easy. After a moment or two early on where WE got on the river and made it look interesting in some of those fights. Yeah. Bin flanks. And Shadow ult set Elk up for... But otherwise, would have been a bit miserable, I think, in the grand scheme of things. There's too many people that can wait out your cage. Ben has somehow gotten on the wrong side of Cube. He's not just going to go to walk up. I think Ben might just be dead here. Oh, I would have flashed for that Cube. Scuffle over. Top side. Skull Crabs. Shadow Strike into the crash down. Elk is going to flash away. Double flash, ignite down, and Elk stays in lane. Oh, dear. You go all in on that to lose the same amount of health bar you AD carry. On's going to turn this around, by the way. You missed your Shadow Strike. Oh, Vampire. Oh, Vampire. Oh, God, WE bot lane. No. Oh, that one sucks. Is On going to execute? Yes, he is. All the Forge Gods. Flash on forwards. Cube flashes in turn. Monkey's going to get a big knock-up here. I think Shadow needs to Warrior Trickster away. Got a flash. Knock up on the wall. Nah. Bin's got no mana. Surely he dies here to another 3 Talon Strike. Yeah, he does. Oh, Bin saves jungler. Bot side, Elk's got barrier. They are getting all in again. Actually, tell you might die here to On. Will do. Crash down comes on forwards. 1 for 1 pop. And unfortunately, the Corki didn't get the kill. Don't have to care too much. Giving up early grubs, giving up the early dragon. Don't really want to fight it at this marker anyway. Look, you're not... Yes, still to go on the Kaiser Call. 1 item largely complete. Shadow's going to realise there's people there. Mag Storm on that? Are you sure? Cyclone flashes away. Does have to do it. BLG had to flash out of a few plays. I think Shadow wanted... I wonder whether Veil, because again... We've got the Loons build from Knight, so we actually stick quite a lot to these squishy members. Smite from Shet. He's down about 10 CS, but hey, welcome to being shoved in a lot. Cube just got exhausted. Ult. Doesn't have flash, remember. That's just an easy kill. Very nice from BLG. Minute until Dragon, by the way. So they just get that kill for free on a good timer. Not be worth trading. Herald up. Oh, On! Glorious Pop Blossom. Tayun's going to have the flash barrier away. On might die for this and does. What about the fight after? Okay. Tayun flash barrier down. Knight's coming though. I think this is still playable for BLG. Can't do it. Oh, Shadow. Get over the wall. Monkey's got a Crescent Guard. This is looking really good now for WE. Oh, BLG. Man, they thought that Pop Blossom was going to be it. It was not. They had no ults. Yeah, they didn't have enough ults and Knight wasn't there. Well, that was foolish. That... Oh, knocker. I think it's just the same place again, is it? I thought that was a replay for a second. No, it's not. Nice pickup. On's getting jumped on, flashes away, looking to turn it around with the Pop Blossom. Kites are over the wall. Shockwave back. But there's 4 people there, so they can't keep going. See, nice combos from BLG, but they don't actually have that much damage yet. Damage on Ben, doesn't have his ult. He's dead between worlds. Man! Well, Atakan start. BLG. Threatening. Paris across the wall on. Magnet Storm. Pop Blossom trying to come on force. They just kill the Nico over. Well, well, well. Shadow's about to die down to Cube, I think. Flashes away. Try and turn off onto Cube, who does force to reset. Flash, Wind becomes lightning. A charge into the turret. The Crescent Guard is decent. Can't get the kill, but the Wind becomes lightning after. Bin turns up now. Got a spellbook and a dream. Call of the Forge God comes on forwards. Tried to steal it with the Call of the Forge God and can't. Flashes away, and WE pick up Adakan and 2 kills. Elk flashes out. Hang on. Double knockup. Can they get the kills here? Gonna try Shattering Strike. Ult after. Can't get the kill with the Acathian Rain. TP's flying. Is there a TP to respond? On's now back up and alive. Not there in time. Between worlds. Missing the Tangle Barbs. Carrot's gonna kill both. He's gonna kill both. Across the veil we go. Actually, can't quite get in range. Oh, man. BOG have gotten close in a couple of these ones, but W just keep fighting better now. You have On come on over, and it just doesn't matter as Karis just gets to 1v2 and win it. Pop Blossom, good. Hang on, turning around. There. On's just dead again. Valkyrie out. Ben's trying to buy time under the turret, but he's still being chunked out by this Corki, who really isn't threatened by this Ornn. Bin loves to make big plays on this champion. Struggles immensely. And sometimes playing safe there. BLG going to try and trade up for the tier 2. Knight, speeding himself up. Command Dissonance. Backsteps well. But he's just not very tanky with this build. Flash on forwards. Gatling gun brings down the Oriana. Taeyoon's low here. How much time has he got left on the Valkyrie? Knock up on Vampire. In goes Elk, trying to get the kills. Oh, he's trapped between worlds! Taeyoon doesn't die to the rocket belt either! This Corki just won't die! Is that game? No, it's not quite. Okay.
Blue team has scored an ace.
Man, I don't blame them for looking. They needed what? An auto on Corki? That was a really good ult from Karis. Well, that's Baron. They did get the tier 2 bot at least, and the inhibitor doesn't go down. But WE are now in a really good position to take this to 3. Does it sound like a bit like... Got a minute and a half till Dragon. I moved the microphone, maybe that's a bit better. But as I'm solo casting, there's only so much energy that is correct to put in if I want to keep my voice in one place. Unk Samuel chilling, exactly. On, over the wall. Nico has really struggled after the early game. Has gone from 2-1, 2-5. Oh, good God. Keras are on the front. That's game. That is so game. One Herald misplay. Not even once, BLG. And then they haven't seen a fight they don't love. God bless. They're still the team I love and know. Yeah, on that Nico, there was some really good pop blossoms that led to nothing because they weren't actually able to be synced up with big ults after. We saw multiple fights where BLG did not have Elk, did not have Bin, did again. Because you can really mess up Rakan Nocturne to an extent with your Grim Visage. Good chunk onto Cube, who's going to have to flash. Bloody hell. Okay, that ruins his lane. Ooh. Backs off. I mean, Shadow can't help either. He's got too many camps topside to clear. He's going to look mid and try and get something there, but bot lane is screwed for it. But there's not a lot you get to do. You can't fall behind on the Nocturne like this. Karis may be forced to flash. Does. Punishable. Oh, good double knockup. Very good double knockup. Taeyoon. Taeyoon. No! No, you don't! Cleanse on Elk. Oh, no. You had flash. You had cleanse. You had the shove. Oh. Good grief. And everything's gone wrong. Vampire's trying to hold the wave. Flash. I think he just gets the kill. No, Vampire, my goat! Oh, that was a bit greedy from... But you have to be better with the shield there. Into the Xayah matchup as well. You know exactly what she's doing. Hang on. Paranoia. Fear. 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 Karis. Flash auto from On gets it. Shadow's likely going to die for it, though. As BLG go quite deep to make that play. Okay, he gets away with it. I genuinely thought they could have collapsed on that quite happily. Karis coming over. Where is the rest of BLG? Elk is resetting. They want to fight this so bad. Knight's got flash and ult. Watch the Annie. Grim Visage is down. Elk's on a flank angle. One grub down. Try to jump forward. Goes to President and goes wide. So Knight gets to blow them all up. Should be out of the Spiraling Despair range. Duskbringer comes across. Monkey flashes away as Elk goes looking for the kill. Realistically, even up most of that gold within the next 5 minutes. Vampire? Oh, Vampire. Yeah. Knight's just going to flash in. Missing that Glacial Fissure opens up every angle they ever needed. Tibbers is going to keep running. Monkey is here. Way is not. Tibbers body blocks the turret shots. Yeah, nice. Knight gets the kill. Everyone else gets the assist. Gets to dive top. That's not a quick dive. They have to re-dive it. Turn up, pick up the wave. On's about to get TP'd onto. Monkey's here. Okay, where is Bin? Elk still got ult. We'll burn it. Still got feathers to work with. Cleanse. Ult away. Okay, TP for TP. Elk. Fine. Burn the Feather Storm. Well, there's another flash down. Bin is really strong. And then continue moving at normal move speed different. So the slow from the dash on the Caitlyn is... Down goes the turret, perhaps. No, they're not going to drop it. They're just going to walk at it. Nocturne, surprisingly good turret taker. It's because he autos a lot. Top side, there's a 1v1 that Bin is very happily winning. Oh, Cube. Oh dear. Backs and finally buys his first item, but didn't have it before then. Monkey needs to be a bit afraid. There's a paranoia angle here. There's a paranoia angle here. TP behind. Glacial Prison goes well wide. Where were you aiming for, Monkey? Hang on, over the wall goes Knights. Wonderful stun. On into the backline with the quickness in the battle dance. Vampire flashing out to safety. Taeyun's forced to flash as well. Stun, charged up. Shadow looking for a slow. Side stride breaker slow into the smite slow. Cleansing up means nothing because Bin's waiting at the back of the play. And BLG just come alive. Cube was dead the entire time. Yeah, that is probably the moment where the game breaks wide open. It starts with Bin getting the solo kill. It finishes. Engage, mid lane. Oh, goodbye, Taeyun. Well, paranoia into Vampire being feared. Bin buys space for the rest of the people to run away. Yep, they lose the 4v4 real hard right now. Dragon's up. Atakan's in 15 seconds. You just lost your bot lane. I think BLG might try Dragon into Atakan here. Nah, they're not going to greed for it. Okay. What do you do now as WE? Oh, look at Elf. Might be the answer, but he's still got Cleanse and ult. Can't make the pick stick. The answer is probably just try and wait it out and scale. Try and catch people flipping at Atakan. Or Baron. Just play it slower. Get to a second item on your Caitlyn. On your Hui. You can stall BLG. As we said, their win conditions are a little bit slow coming. Alright, Paranoia. Knight into the backside. Ah, goodbye, Taeyun. Caitlyn just cannot stand and fight anymore. Karis is gone as well. Yeah, this one's looking pretty doomed, folks. What are we at? 8,000 gold lead? 8,000 gold lead. In the hope to scale, yeah, but I don't think BLG is letting them die. Yeah, they are. They are diving on cooldown. But you have got tools here with Sejuani, Braum. Did have Flash Cleanse on Caitlyn to deny that. But they haven't been very respectful of keeping Caitlyn safe. Because actually, Monkey went looking for picks, which is fine. In another game state. Not. I went looking. Is about. Ooh. Let me go pick that one up. The Frog cast a team fight as you. Oh, God. That's a genuine, really, really big voice actor skill. Is doing a voice of someone doing the voice of someone else. On. Down. On. Down someone else. Absolutely fantastic. Gonna go in. It's everything they could ever ask for. In the backside they go. Shadow low. I need to come up with a Shakespeare reference and I can't do it on the fly. So I'm just a frog. There you go. And I get... Thank you for the bits, Mute. There you go. Karis. Swearing in that bush on fire. Annie, are you okay? Could you tell us that you're okay, Annie? What have you been hit by? What have you been struck by? That's going to be turret as well. No way that's getting stopped. Thank you, Mr. Moses. I appreciate you. Glacial Prison onto On. Doesn't actually care that much. He's got Merc Treads. Chain Dates Crushes, actually. And a heal. Well, had a heal. You got a Kempunt Chainsword in Bin's inventory, by the way, to really, really, really screw with this Renekton. He's got Merc Treads and still beat him in the 1v1, by the way. This is more like it from BLG. They overforced in game 2. They have perfectly forced in game 3. Gaze of the Abyss comes on out. But the Abyss is gazing on an empty base. Yeah, but Elk's got enough sustain right now that I don't think he cares too much about the headshots. I mean, in fairness, you have now got 3 items on this Caitlyn. Maybe the Caitlyn can do some work. But she needs more. She needs, like, a lot of time. Though she's just never going to be given in a fight. Inhibitor number 3 comes on down. On a Knight threatening. Spellbook says is indeed a thing. She was always one of the junglers that could get away with it. She doesn't need flash that heavily. That's partly why. And if you're in a game where you can scale free and you don't need aftershock, it can be really good. Glacial Prison is wide. Oh, Monkey, that one sucked. Went fishing, found nothing but air. On goes in, gets the knockup, gets out. Fear comes on down. Flash forward from Knight. Disintegrate on 2. And everyone else is but dust. Show you fear and a handful of it. And is the Wasteland T.S. Eliot approved? As BLG leave WE. It's no
dive, half. Yeah. Half man, half pig.
Half man, half bear, half pig.
Man being a pig. I didn't even like that show, really.
No, yeah.
Hey, I never really watched that growing up, but I remember that one quote from it to get our full drafts.
Trying to be as obnoxious as possible. Cream needs to be a little bit wary here. Damage comes on down. Cream knocked up, goes down. Easy wrap around. Gant Tien to pick that one up. Look. Decent damage there. Mark of Judgment comes on forward. That W slow can be really obnoxious if you land it. Tien, though, going to get a nice shove topside. Roams through mid, straight up top. Might well be able to get the kill on a 369. Bot side violence also occurring. Like going to have to cleanse and
Try and run away, and will do so. Now, Knavi's turned up top. Tien might be danger. Good path maker. Go for strikes beginning to get stacked. 3-6 now in danger. Gets knocked up. Win becomes lightning. And Silence just gone too far. Top Esports. Punished heavily in the early game. To have some ways to manage the HP stack is a bit more sustained, a bit more safety in the silence. I think that's fair enough. Dragon being started by Top Esports right now, down 600 gold, courtesy of the early fumbles in mid and top. Ah, he's out. There's the damage back. Gets the knock up. Ooh, they just get the kill. He's dead. 369 now walking at a few more people.
I do think this matchup is very much about jungle matchup. I'm trying to remember exactly what happened in the last face-off between these two. I do seem to remember it was Tien and Knavi really going at each other on the whole. They're trying to remember when they last faced each other as well. I think it was Top Esports. Do have decent peeling ability to throw at them.
Good damage going on forward. Xiaohu. It's a big old chunk. We'll trade back-ish with the weirding, but can't get that much value there. Tien, now bot side, potentially looking to wrap around on 369. He's going to get dragged all out towards the Shinzao. Ult, flash, Win becomes lightning. Conqueror stack, can't quite get the kill, but combo secured nonetheless, and that is a flash and an ult down on 369.
Yeah, ult for ult and a flash on top of it. Hung now going to the other side, though. Like, does have ult. I don't really think you make it out of this one, though.
Oh, boy, and Jackie Love will begin to make sure he is an untargetable shadow. Get a few more of those quartos down as he transcends himself. Xiaohu turns on up, but there's some prayer beads still in Jackie Love's hands, and I think, unfortunately for him, the bunny rabbit will be eating the faith of that particular bot laner. Weirding comes on down. Cream still gets to run up. We'll have another molten
Xiaohu still has flash, I think, if you look at the scoreboard on the right-hand side. Cream's going to walk over. He can get to the blast go. Xiaohu might just make it out with a magic trick.
Gets stunned nonetheless. Unfortunately, the Incinerate was available, and Cream will disintegrate.
I would have had to flash to the blast cone. Stopped himself in that auto-attack animation. Cream gets same with jungle, and he gets that and Bessa. We were talking about this a little bit the other day. It's a good way to kind of balance out powerful ultimates.
Oh, I'm pulled out of his W.
Oh dear, Chris goes down. He's had a pretty poor time of things in Weibo on this split, and Top Esports, remember, they had him for the rest of this year. Hacks flash over the wall. Hung, he was the player that was on Weibo, and my dude, that is your X80 carry, and perhaps Hung is getting better of the divorce here.
Yeah, we're looking at two different married couples looking at each other, and right now Top Esports feeling fairly happy about their early game. But a Carl cashing in for light in about 3 waves. There is that. Cream looking for a bit of a stun. Xiaohu across the veil, weirding after, looking to turn around. Knavi now in danger, but will turn down the Cyclone. In comes Chris trying to find an angle, he's respawned, but Jackie's waiting. Throws down that Arc of Ruin, looking for some more slows, some more autos. Chris heals to get Xiaohu out to safety.
This was a fight that Weibo chose, and Tien Chris will escape from that hook this time. The Top East was getting the better of these early skirmishes now. Weibo perhaps some good ganks earlier to get them some kills on the board, but now they're down 3 grubs. They haven't managed to stack dragons, and my worry is with the Kai'Sa falling behind and the Aurora not at a point of power yet either, Weibo's dive combo, which is critical to their team fighting success, might just be gone. Who again claim that to get their objectives. Stacks towards the feats of strength.
Violence being threatened. Hook onto the side of Tien, who will this time get the Crescent Guard. All out comes on forward. Decimating Smash charged up. Means that Knavi won't be threatened all that much. Jackie Love has transcended themselves. Begin to unleash some of that power. Sorry, they're not. They just applied the Q. Spirit Cultivation, but against flash away. Now the ult is rolling, and the AoE is there. Jackie trying to get pulled back.
They get him!
Binding of Topo Strikes Part 3. And they'll pick up 2. Nice play from Weibo as Jackie oversteps his bounds.
That was really well played from Weibo at the back end of that. They ended up not quite catching the Unite to protect herself compared to a Xayah or a Kai'Sa or the like.
I fear I may have baited you slightly. Yeah. Because it was the Q active the first time around, and then they ulted and got caught out mid-ult.
Okay. Yeah, because I did see the Q flying, and I didn't know when it becomes lightning, tags them. Apologies on calling out when the ult was used, but then again, actually I think that's even more telling. The fact that the Unara can get caught out even with the ult being ran there is a big problem.
We agree. And I would also say the fact that the Q active and the R active are quite similar looking is going to mean I'm going to do that semi-often until I learn this champion a bit better, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, what I'll pay attention to is when does
It's
the...
only victory. That's the only big time.
Top Esports really trying to hold this choke point. This is the most important part of the river, and I feel like blue side has been doing way better at controlling these choke points around objectives whenever I've been watching it. That choke point there, and just on the kind of the mirrored other one between the Baron pit and the mid lane wall as well. Those choke points are the ones which really win you fights. Walking through them is really hellish. Again, we'll close and control this ward here. Control ward. This is why mid-prio is important. It means you can bypass those choke points and you control the enemy one. Now Weibo control the choke point. This is why mid lane prio is important.
Again, now spotted. Dragon is split one apiece. If Weibo get this Dragon, they get feats of strength. 369 looking for an ult angle down the river potentially. Unstoppable onslaught available. Hung, Cream. Also with their full arsenal of kits available. And Double Strikes part 3 wide. That means Breathe needs to be a bit wary because he doesn't have his CC anymore. Knocked up, not quite down. Light into the backside, but he's immediately exhausted. His Jaculum, Arc of Ruin, jumping onto the Kai'Sa. Tries to cleanse, no avail. Kanavi just about alive. Goes all out as Breathe. But will it change all that much in the grand scheme of the fight? Because all the while, Crisp and Xiao, who are running for the hills, Cream with a lot of damage, will flash on forwards and disintegrate Cassante, who cannot go all out any longer without his ankles, or to be honest, a functioning body.
Weibo only sent one person to dive onto Jaculov. Light got the memo and everyone else backed off. Light still gets some good damage onto the Yunara, but this is not the combo which Weibo had picked for. Top Esports get a bit of an easy...
right now to Top Esports from the current game state.
Yeah, that's on the statistical analysis, of course, but I really struggle to see that with these kind of teams. Tien pops that Crescent Guard.
Exhaust comes on down, pulled back, Tien goes down, nice pickup.
Just walking way too far. Tien going from starting the game successfully to falling off quite hard now. Kanavi jumping forwards again with a Cyclone and Exhaust to pin him back into the play from Hung as well. And Top Esports, on the whole, doing a very good job of controlling the Shinzao, making sure that they're not able to be a safe front line. Yes, Breathe got that bot lane out of turret, but now that mid lane inner is now being threatened, Breathe will teleport in to secure that. At least it'll be a 1-for-1 turret trade, but the mid lane outer is more impactful, and the Dragon will also likely be going to Top Esports.
Down goes that Dragon. Unlikely to be picked up by the side of Weibo. No contest coming. You can see, in fact, the pings are all going towards his top side. Atakan is there. 369.
Dragon Atakan started. Top Esports should know this is happening. There's a teleport coming from Cream. They'll teleport in now. The top lane is pushing. How quick is this going to go down? It's going to not be quick enough to avoid a smite fight.
Double TP from the solo lanes are coming on, and it is the smite fight of one by Kanavi. Tien goes down, is disintegrated. Jaculov now looking for potential angle, Arc of Ruin over the wall as they have transcended themselves. Breathe goes all out, but Jackie free powers unleashes the prayer beads, and they will whack the heads of everyone on Weibo Gaming.
Triple kill to Jaculov as he finds the flank. Weibo make one too many mistakes, and then things start to spiral. The play in the mid lane going wrong. The play around the Dragon before that really starting things off, ending in an Atakan, which looked a little bit frustrated from Weibo. Just thought, well, we've got to do something. Now suddenly you're staring down at
there's no wall ride, right?
But let's be honest, Release Eri was unheard of levels of broken. I'm not going to compare Release quite to that. While she is strong, very few things are as strong as that.
There are also things you can do to punish her a bit more freely, agreed.
Yeah, the fact that this first pick Yunara is working out the way that it is very telling of how strong the champion is right now. I'm not gonna lie, I think Weibo have the tools to deal with it. I will say, I think a lot of this is on play rather than
protagonist. It's a bit due.
In the mid lane now, Weibo behind a ton of gold, and suppose Yunara hasn't gotten any tank here. If you manage to full CC them, it's a world, but it's at that point you're kind of preying on very specific niches. Top Esports pushing up mid lane again, and we've really talked about why pushing mid lane really important, feels like, around current objective kind of choke points and the like. Xiao jumping forward.
The young mistress of the Top Esports set will survive that engage, tries to transcend themselves, but I just don't know what they can do! I take it back! I take it all back! The untouchable Shadow gets Jackie out to safety as he just stands and delivers.
Xiao, who misses his ultimate onto the Yunara, and that damage would have made the difference. Jaculov takes the mistake and runs Weibo through with it. A fantastic Yunara game on the defensive and the offensive from Jaculov. They'll run down mid lane and take the inhibitor turret.
Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful things to witness. Yunara just surviving that one and outplays under the turret, murders them all, even Cassante at the very last. Not enough to remember the squishy men.
Well, I mean, and he does have a 3k lead by herself, you know.
Yeah.
And that's one of the difficult things about this sort of game now is that, you know, afterwards, because everyone's so far ahead, if you have to hyper dive onto the Yunara, you will still die to the Wukong and the Annie. Is there a teleport coming in? Yeah, there is. Breathe looks for a flank. JackeyLove doesn't have summoners, but again, it's just not coordinated enough. Weibo can't find the angle of the engage, and Breathe has to call off the play.
Towards the tier 3 we look. Cannon minions empowered by the Baron minion. Cream and Hun step forward. Hook lands on the Tien, who has to crescent guard early. Kanavi says, cool, I can just cyclone you anyway, and wins the fight. The backline, though, they try to go on in. Still not doing enough damage as Breathe is breathing a little bit too shallowly this time. Kanavi survives. Light tries to ult on him with the killer instinct, but the only thing his instincts are telling him is to flee. Flee into an early grave. Xiaohu survives, but that bunny rabbit is the one thing standing between top esports and a game 1 victory, and I don't think Aurora has enough to stop the onslaught.
JackeyLove plays his first game on the new champion and makes it. JackeyLove going to be helped out with that. Needs to be careful against the likes of Trundle Poppy. Trundle Poppy can be engaged technically if you get the pillar, and then Poppy gets to angle themselves to the wall stand. Quite hard to play through that. There's quite a hard combo to pull Some off. Healing from your Q. Gets the grasp. Does that change anything? That grasp proc could change things. A good Dark Procession could help. Where's the aggro going? Dark Procession comes in and catches Tien on the turret. Flash away, and Flash comes in the game right here. Has the Dark Seal, setting up a wave freeze. Xiaohu gonna get junked on here. Is there room for a Charm Flash? No, not quite in range. Just almost landed there, very close from Cream. Xiaohu will get out safely with the phase rush. You see the threat there. Tien and Chris push innovate a bit more. Cream doesn't have his ult just yet. Would like to hold on to his flash. If he pushes up here, Pillar might force flash. That could be a problem. Charm still available. We'll flash the combo. Yeah, now. So that is available. Clear ult is 2. Tien and Rivet has that level 6 and will chomp away that first one. Do they fight for a second? I guess so. He doesn't have smite. Light over the wall. Oh, that's a flash wall stun. Chris gets something into the first plane. Kanavi goes down. He can't ult through that because he's already been CC'd. Cream pulls his ult through, but Tien, I think he's already done the damage. Hun getting damage down too. And Senna starts to carry the fight. Awesome engagement. Early fight going well. All with the full build Poppy. Exactly. Full build Poppy. For those of you who are not privy to this Nymera meme, or a Nymeraism, at that point, he was the Gremlin jungler. He was, by the way, a great Trundle player too, speaking of that matter. He's not currently in the LPL though. He was on LNG, struggling. Damn, that's a lot of damage on 369. Haven't even needed to use the Trundle ult just yet. Potential dive coming through. Xiaohu's coming up. Can corral him into the wall with the Weaver's Wall, that ultimate. Choosing not to do so right now. JackeyLove walking up. Flashback, flick back onto Kanavi. Not doing that much. The Wallstone is not comboed up with anything. They're still on the turret. Tien flashes away. JackeyLove pops the ult. No real fight coming through just yet. Weibo, I would have thought they had found the engage. Poppy ult will eject the Vi. Does that change anything? I don't know if it does. 369 flashes over the wall, and Weibo yet to find a clean engage. Kanavi can come back into the play. Remember, he has Q, he has Flash. The flick back misses onto JackeyLove, where the Wallstone is flashed away from. JackeyLove, good hands. Kill to top esports. Ult under tower, and the tower will do the job. The center ult will not claim a kill onto 369. It will be a 2-for-1 in favor of top esports under the top tower, as Weibo can't find the clean engage. While all this is happening, Cream is pushing the bot lane tower, and top esports not only win on the top, will get himself a full turret, a ton of plates from bot side as well. I can't remember how many were on the turret, but Cream will get over 1,000 gold because the follow-up wasn't quite there. However, double Triforce completion in from Weibo. Very strong first items. The 2 kills from the Jax. Yeah, that'll hurt. He pops the ultimate, his pass will start to run. Kanavi doesn't have ult, does not well, he does now anyway. Flashes over the wall. I think the Spectator goes a little bit weird there. Yeah, I think the Spectator might have, not gonna lie, folks, I think the client might have broken again, potentially. Oh, no, maybe not. Cream using his last charm. Ooh, nice charm there. I was like, surely Kanavi just didn't... What a day to be an LPL fan. It's peak LPL. What are you talking about? Ult towards top side from Talia. Going through the lane, closing the distance. The flick back going to land, as sure as hell will do. And that will be another kill to the solo laners of Weibo, this time given to Xiaohu. And that will definitely be a dead tower. The 3 grubs and a Jax tend to make short work of that. Demolish too, why not? Overkill on this. Have to shove him towards that quick kill on the tower. As Weibo taken. So Herald for Dragon trade across the map. Yes, you're so funny, you say in chat. Thank you. Yari, of course. Good wave clear at this point in the game past level 9. Q maxed out. It does not spot people coming from over the wall here. That's potentially a wall stun from the Poppy Trundle. Ult's early. Now, is there a fight with the ult still running from Cream? Flash for the knockup. Cream doesn't have that many cooldowns left. Hung popping the ultimate gets that stun through. Tien, yeah, now that's the charm back off cooldown. And the ult from Poppy is far too late to be effective. Reset on the Ariel will give a double kill over the Cream, who will get some tasty, tasty Dark Seal stacks. 4 on the board, an extra 16 AP for the Ari. Weibo. Slow on the reactions. Perhaps it was a good initial pick onto Cream to get his ultimate, but the play after that, oh, very lackadaisical. Immune by Jaculov, who used that spell shield well. Not going to be able to protect the turret, though. Remember, 3 grubs and bloody hell, Trundle kills turrets quickly. The way that they used to balance Trundle in the past was just, if he was too strong, stop that Chomp working on towers. If he was too weak, put it back on. 369, damage onto him with that quick trade from Breed. Sometimes you see that. Will he be able to teleport out? Nope. No, he will not. A Pillar of Filth will see to that, and 369 goes down for his 3rd death of the game. The Yorick falling behind Gwen, where he was very good early, very poor late. Jaculov, wait a second. Is going to be something through from here? No, not quite yet. Hung taking a lot of damage. Remember, he doesn't have ult just yet. Having to pop the heal. Hung, that might have been too far. The turret will go down. Top East will get where they come from. Kanavi going forwards, not going into anything, but where's the follow-up? The wall stun comes through. And Kanavi, yeah, that's the problem with Vi into a comp like this. Does make it out just about. Breathe comes in, though. Will take down Hung after his ultimate's gone through. Cream still has ultimate. Xiaohu chasing on Kanavi. I don't think he'll make it out of this. Top Esports a dive too far, as Weibo will claim not just structures across the map, they'll also be able to get themselves the winning. Dragon will go down quickly. Basically, I say Xiaohu, you don't get the resources. Breathe will get it instead, and that's why Xiaohu's down farm. Breathes up a little bit. Of course, right here is, hang on a second, the whole team's up quite a lot. Atachan's going down low. Breathe, can he get it in time? Can Tien get it in time? No, it's a free out of Khan. Cream's ultimate's blown. Weibo not in position. Kanavi's ult coming through. Redemption's in there as well. Senna ult's not bad. That's a good Poppy ult to save the top laner, and that'll disengage the play. Hung will use the Hex Gates for a speedy exit. Top Esports will not get the kill. That being said, they get the Atachan, and they're not unhappy with that. The Top Esports will take the dragon. Weibo instead want to trade, and they do have 3 grubs. Typically, they're good at that. Teleport towards top side from the Yorick. That is not a wonderful teleport. Ari would be the better teleporter there because they have better wave clear. 369 might get dove here. I'm not sure I like this. Walking up, Counter-Strike. Not going to stun, but it does zone off the wave clear. 369 teleports in, gets caught by the shove back. The tower's died. Wallstone comes through as well. He's taking a long time to die, but the Ignite will finish it. Breathe does not get that much value out of the Counter-Strike. They're peeling back onto him. Will he be able to survive? Tries to jump away, but can't. Resets coming through. The Ricochet's coming through as well. The AoE is just unholy. Triple kill for Jaculov as his Sivir comes to play. Jaculov in this split is taking item from Jaculov was completed for that fight. And you see how much it changes it. The Ricochet is critting. And just take... Top Esports carries have just exploded into life. Chunk onto Breathe. More than a chunk. That's going to be full death, probably. Goes away. Has the flash. Trying to get towards the blast going. I don't think it will save you, and indeed it won't. The ults from Cream and Kanavi committed, but Breathe blows the flash and dies, and the 1,000 gold lead on the Jax will not be able to be used by Weibo now. Top Esports on Soul Point have Baron. Dragon spawning in 3 minutes. Will be after the Baron buff has ended, but you see the strategic advantage they have now in this game. Weibo, much like that last game, had the tools to play around the Vi dive, play around, you know, their point of power earlier in the game around that Poppy as well. They've not been executing well. Ult into the mid lane from Xiaohu, jumping towards Jaculov. And Jaculov just stands and fights. The flick back spell shielded, and Jaculov solos out the Xiaohu Talia. Flashing away is Weibo's backline. Tower will go down. Xiaohu, I suppose, an admirable attempt, but all it will do is net you an early Grave Charm. Missing. Cream getting some damage from the ultimate down. Has a ton of AP on the Ari right now, and the Bloodletters has gotten some value. Has one last dash forwards. Might go towards something. Maybe afraid of Crisp getting a wall stun onto a pillar. Flash forward from Hung, and the teleport. The flash will come through afterwards. A dead Trundle. Dark Procession will not lock anyone against that tower, but Top Esports will roll forwards. Will they look to end the game now? 40 seconds on Tien. Charm misses. After the reset gave Cream an extra ult charge. Dash stopped in. The Poppy not been able to do much of that. Kanavi will go down, but the towers are going down. Top Esports focusing them. Breathe. Back alive. Gets a double stun, but there are no Nexus turrets left. They have to kill the enemy team. I don't think they'll be able to do so. A punt out is not enough to... the Talia, and potentially even stuff like the Pantheon as he tries to walk up to you as well. The Corki comes in for Pays, gives you some early game laning power, but Corki is not good at killing frontline, and there is a hell of a lot of frontline to work. This is just for that early game. ADG right now. They'll walk into this Tri-Brush. Mako maybe going a bit far there, actually. I say that now the level 1's going much worse. Heal burn before anything gets too spicy. I mean, hang on. Shun's going to be level 3 for the dive down here, right? If he gets all 3 of these level 3 put up. Level 1 on Gala and Mako. They should have known this would happen for the level 1. Flash forward. The knockup's not bad. And actually, Mako, with that knockup, will survive the dive. Level 3 to level 1. That's as good as it gets. Flash used by Wink. The summon is available for Shun and Pays, but perhaps Wink can get caught out. Wei has level 3 himself. Cooldown's coming back up for JDG. Wei will not commit ASAP. He's trying to keep Ambassador at low HP too. Hits that level 4. Mako, no flash. Can get towards Scouts. Dissonance will slow. That will make sure that, yeah, the flash has to be blown there. Good play by Rookie and Mako to get that. Top Scuttle will be secured by Wei. So the Shy trading his HP keeps Xiao in lane. And now we're going straight into top gank. Wei not content to stick for farm. Can he force the flash? Gets the slow onto him. Pantheon coming up. Xiaoshu looking to fly into the play a little bit right now. Stand and fight. Good damage back. Now Wei's half HP. He'll have to recall. Shun can perhaps even contest. He was down 3 from the full bot side loss. Respawn camps have now come through though, and Wei will be able to get onto that. Mako charging up the E. And you get a Valkyrie damage onto Mako. Pays doing great damage there. Stacking the Conqueror, of course. No flash from Mako. Forces the heal. No ignite from JDG to cut that. Scarlet getting good damage. Ah, now he's going to get spotted out. Shun. Where are you going, buddy? The Wallstone won't come through. Empowered Q. Good damage. Pantheon. Powerful ability to deal with his empowered Q. Rookie will come down here. Shun. I mean, he'll get a W onto someone, I presume. Jumps on, but the CC combo's through. What was the plan, Shun? What was the plan? Kill over towards Rookie will happily take the donation. JDG do not have a cross map ready. The best that will happen is a slight all-in on top side, which will be even up, and the barrier will be popped by Gala. There we go. The Wei is... Hang on a second. They want to get that fight before it comes in. Where's that smite coming through? Level 6 hit from Wei. Where's the Impale? Mako caught out, and he doesn't have his own ability. Flash out from the shock grab. I think he did need to do that, sadly, for him. Flash away from Shun. A little bit awkward on the combo, but I think Mako doing only what he needs to do to keep himself alive. Smite hit from Shun, but it was failed. And the Impale comes through. The level 6 did matter. It did matter after all. The double flick back is not enough to counteract the double headbutt pulverized beforehand. Scout, good damage, but Gala threatening. The dissonance, threatening. Pays, not able to hit the frost bomb or the rock. As things go from bad to worse. Wei will go through the wall, but Xiaoshu will catch him midway through the tunnel. No ultimate now. Shy going over the minefield. Knock up not hit, but it won't be needed. Xiaoshu will get one, but all he is another body on the first item yet. Either Scout. He does have flash. Dodges out on the damage. Flick back will land onto him. Good play there from Scout. Keeps himself safe. Yeah, and he'll hit it a little bit of a slow on there too. Ult hitting for Xiaoshu. Rookie gets that shockwave in. Pantheon coming down from Shun too. Yeah, now this is dangerous. Mako, can he buy time? Well, let's be honest, I don't think anyone else is coming to help them. Rookie caught out, flash forwards. He'll flash away. I don't know if that's valuable. He'll buy a lot of time. Is there a cross map happening? Perhaps in mid lane. Yeah, you see, the teammates of IG are going towards mid lane instead. Rookie will die. That flash is to buy time on mid lane. Does that actually lead to that much? Dragon is alive. Taken by IG. Easily taken for them. The Hextech Lightning stopping Gala's recall. Looking to clear out mid-wave, get in position for an ultimate. Xiaoshu, where's he? Going down from the bottom of the fight. Scout positioning for a wall. Rookie backing off. He doesn't have level 11 just yet. Would need just a tiny bit more XP. One more minion, basically. Herald restarted. IG have a range advantage. They want to play around multiple Varus arrow cooldowns if possible. Herald now getting tanked by JDG. Wei lost a lot of his health to the Herald, worth noting. The Shy takes no damage. Choke points was trying to be controlled by JDG, but they are outranged by the Varus. Good empowered Q takes some damage off of it. Leashed by each team, not completed by either. Rookie is level 11. Okay, there could be a Panther coming up here. Double shockwave. Ulted to the wall. The Impale ready. Doesn't quite get him under turret. And should try to get the kill onto Rookie and cannot find it. His old teammate from IG22 sees him through. Unstoppable is the Shy and Scout. No flash. The Shy outplaying Scout on the other side of the play as an arrow through the back takes down Scout as well. Gala, well, he's an old teammates from LNG with Scout. So many cross rivalries between the two of these on display between IG and JDG. And their matchup this year has delivered an ult in. Xiaoshu, my dude. That is dangerous. Tries to get forward. Does get the flash out of Gala. And Xiaoshu still has his own flash available. Another knockup. The Shy, pretty much unkillable. Xiaoshu actually getting better at the end of that trade. Healing up okay there. Another arrow lands. Knockup not quite in there. Gala losing his flash, and while all this is happening, Wei went to act towards the Herald. It was... But Gen.G really struggling to get one over. In fact, speaking of that, Gen.G only got a single game win against IG in this year so far. Herald will easily take down mid lane turret. No contest on that. IG open up the map some more. Xiaoxu pushing up away. Does, okay. No room to contest. Gen.G not positioning to contest on this second dragon to IG. Easily taken. Do not panic. There we go. It's back. It's fine. Ult under the turret. Xiaoxu does have flash, does have ult. That might be a bit of a problem, though. We'll not see him out to safety. Is his flash enough? No, it's not. Doesn't use it. Goes down. Grand backpack. Thank you so much for the 5 gift sub as well. That'll be easily taken by Rookie. Good damage from him. Wei gets himself a heart steal from bot side play as well. Rookie very far ahead now. Gen.G must be using this dynamic double global composition to try and catch out. There are some extra supports which have been contacted by Gen.G, and they might look towards a support change at some point. Jump out of the bush from Mako. Wei going forwards. Does have the Impale. Stunned out, though, so we can't channel it right there. Atkan's still leashed. Gen.G, they can rearrange the fight with Pantheon Talia. Intercon is a known factor. This is still a very, very throwable fight. Gala is under half HP from tanking the goddamn Intercon. Where's Scout going? Going to the front to back. Flick back onto Wei. He's quite tanky, but it's still taken anyway. The Ambassador ult is missed in the play. Wei does go down. The Shockwave hits onto Wink. He won't have a great angle now to re-engage. Mako instead does manage to do that with the Headbutt Pulverize. The Shy taking some damage. Rookie battle. Oriara again, the bowling ball starts to hit. Double kill to Gala. Yes, the Shy goes down, but he has delayed. Flash forward, cleanse out, and Shun gets outplayed. Triple for Gala. The Prince of Penta sees 2 in front of him. And perhaps he could do it again. Arrows available. Quadra kill to the Varus. One more skill will do it. Gala, the Prince of Pentas. One more skill shot. And a Penta kill to the Varus. And IG claim another. He even stops the auto attack. Wei goes down, but you know, a lot of cooldowns are going on to the front line. First arrow hits. No one's in range. Flick back. Not choosing to go for a combo. Wei on top side. Scout doesn't have himself a flash. That's a problem. He's been impaled. He is a shish kebab. And Scout will go down. We'll ignore the Varus ult missing through. That's all good. He got a Penta. We will forgive him such slight misplays, which perhaps it is just beyond our eyes for what he was doing there. IG, know that, of course, the Baron is alive. They take down the mid laner. Do they go towards it? Perhaps they do. Perhaps they do. 2 wards outside the pit. Gen.G will spot that out, of course. They'll know that it's being started. The question is, what do you do about it? The Shy, frontlining. Rookie, holding down this front line as well. Mako on a flank, goes in, punts Shun backwards. That could be the jungle quartz. Pulverize afterwards, has the E stun. There is a knockup, and the Pantheon is not allowed to move. Wei will continue the fight. Pays trying to deal damage to the Shy, but he does nothing. He does absolutely nothing. Good day, sir. You lose. Corki at 0-3, 3,000 gold behind, left in the shadow of Gala. Thank you so much for the gift subs earlier, by the way. Trend Backpack and Zareth makes an awful lot of difference when we're streaming this. For those of you who are enjoying this. But maybe IG get a bit lax, and the Pantheon Talia can come back into things. But Gen.G have not successfully been able to use the double global ultimates. Xiaoxu misses the ult again. It's unsuccessful. Gala cleanses away, and they don't reach the Varus. The flash away from the Rel ult. Gala is playing the spacing about as perfect as you can ask it. And where is the extra damage now? Xiaoxu flashing forwards. Mako is here for the peel, and Gala lives. There is always more CC, always another shield. The Shy holding the gap, gets a shield from his solo lane teammate again. And the Scion has enough HP to keep himself alive. Wei is, for some reason, 1v2ing, but I think he likes those odds. Wink is low HP. Perhaps the Pantheon could do a bit more, but there's anything to spare. There's a heart steal for damage. Oh, and a 1v2. Wei, the sub-jungler for IG, coming in partway through the year. Gets himself a kill in the 1v2, and Gen.G on Meta look like fools. The flickback misses onto Gala. Scout cannot see off his old LNG teammates, as Gala will walk forward and potentially look to kill the last Nexus turret. Gala has been the be-all and end-all. He's even... Folks, he's got himself a collector. Poke Varuses do not go there. Scout is nailed with by the shockwave, by the unstoppable force and onslaughts. The Shy will take the last tower. IG do it in style. Gen.G unable to kill the Varus a single time in the first game. They are pentakilled. They are killed to a man. Follow a mark, which would be a really cool milestone for Samurai to hit on this channel. IG. Less damage than JDG. The Rumble and the Rise out damage the Annie and the Ornn quite significantly. However, IG, good dive. Very good. Can help by hitting Qs and getting some sustain. Rookie getting realm walks. Room prison. God damn it, the thing will always get it wrong for me. Rookie goes down for first blood. Flashes a little late. Good flash forward. Electric harpoons are good magic resist shredders, even at early stages in the game. And that's slow. All coming through. Realistically, this isn't a kill. Maybe it is a killing, actually. Who's coming over? Vi's coming over. Doesn't have level 6. Try flashing for the knockup. Pays. Well, he has no flash now. A little bit more slow will do it. Oh, cleanses away the slow. Is the E enough? Is the E enough? So close. But no survival for Pays. Killed by the Shy. Great play from him, realizing the kill angle was there. Knockup not going to land because the root lands onto Rakan before the W animation completed. Gala gets the passive onto Xiaoshu. Flamespitter turns out a lot of damage. Is there a cross map coming in from Xin Zhao onto the bot lane? No. Dragon taken by Xin. Is really respected in the LPL community. Ahead of Wei right now, an MSI winner. Teleport coming in from Annie. 2 grubs are down. There is a level 6 from Wei. What's he go towards? That's not a great ult. Stun onto Shun, who doesn't have flash. Yeah, he just used that to get away to his team. The Realm Warp is not going to be there in the right space to save his jungler, as Scout cannot save him. 2 grubs taken by JDG. They will lose a player, but they will get 2 plates on the bot side of the map. I think JDG come out monetarily ahead of IG from that play, just about. Xiaoshu is getting quite scary. I think, you know, Arlo was pretty good player. Shun wrong. Shun. Okay, trying to pronounce... Okay, no, I do get that. I do get that. Rookie doesn't have flash down. Rink will get the knock-up this time. Rookie gets a double stun, puts down the bear. I don't think it will make a much amount of difference, though. Rookie will clear out a couple of minions. The bear will go berserk. And at the second time, I need to hear the frickin' voice clip. I've heard this before. Apparently, I just don't learn very quickly. That is a Vial. That is a flash to the Shinzo. He does have a Crescent Scar. I don't know if the damage is there right now. The quickness comes through, and that's an equalizer and a choke point. Oh, dear. Double summoners, they are being roasted alive and impaled by feathers. However, the first kill goes to IG. The Shy comes around. You know, where's the damage now? Honestly, that's a hell of a turnaround. The Shy, insane ultimate to bail out the play. Flash forward. Rune Prison will lock down Wei. Q over the wall, blocked by the Rise, and that should see Wei into the grave. The Shy will likely die as well. The initial turnaround looked good for IG, but they will lose how many players in the play? 3 all in all. The Shy takes a very long time to die. And JDG will still claim him all the same. Pays will get his second kill. 2 kills to Scout as well. JDG getting the best ahead in this game. Scout's ahead too. I have to say, I'm a Scout enjoyer too. I enjoy watching him play, but it's been a rough watch this year. Where's going to walk in for Shun? He's level down. I might have to flash over the wall. That could be a bit of a problem. Equalizer on top. Flash over from Shun. Wei being comprehensively out-jungled here. Wink will come over too, and Wei is lost on the map. Gala flying in quick. This comes in too. Double stun. 1 down already. Wink will fly over, and 1-for-1 in the trade. Gala, good response from him. He gets himself an important moment on the board. The Shy will not be able to stop Scout from getting out of that play. Realm Warp down. So despite Wei getting to JG, mean that tower taking is a little bit better. Mako has flash, rocket bell, catch onto Wink. Oh, and they catch him out of that W. Still has the E, but the stun from the Annie is important. Can the Kai'Sa throw it through? I think they absolutely can. Are they needed? Realm Warp coming in and not stepped into. Great catch from Wei and Rookie. Wink caught out again. Scout now, cancel out the Realm Warp, left alone on the side lane. There is a Gala Kai'Sa flying around. Has the E-procs already. If any CC lands, this is a dead Rise. And yeah, that'll be it. Kai'Sa flying in. Phase Rush coming through to 2. Xiaoshu has the ultimate. Gala starting to get that Kraken Slide damage down. Mako out of CC. Gala caught by that equalizer. Not a great engage coming through. Hang on a second, but they don't see the Shy. Has the call of the Forge God. Will it come through? Oh, yes, it will. The God of the Forge is the Shy as he gets the double knockup. His tank play has been so good today. Winker's respawn coming back in for another play. 2-for-1 in the total play so far as the fight continues. Mako quite low HP now, and that's potential kill threats. Pace coming back in with the ult. Has flash potentially to make a big play. Flashing forwards onto Mako, uses that ult. Where's the feather pullback? Comes through there, only buying the barrier out of Gala. Will not kill Mako. But Rookie goes down all the same. 2-for-2? Question mark? As a Wimbledon Lightning comes on forwards as well. Mako going low, they're tracing for more, and they'll find it. 3-for-2, 3 dead from IG. As IG initially thought they had the great catch out on the scout Rise on the side lane. Well, it's like flub and stutter my words. IG stuttered the team fights. JDG getting the better of things this time. The Shy got that knockup, would have been Very, very different, I suppose. Gets the double swallow of the Forge God. Atacon going down. J.D.G. Is there a play around this? Shun coming in. Potential smite fight. Can get in towards the objective point and click stun. Means he's not in range to get the Atacon. Objective taken by IG. Do they look for a fight afterwards? No. Fight over the red buff. The Shy doesn't have the call of the Forge God just yet. Fighting over that red buff we were just saying. Fact the fullback's not bad. Claimed by Wei. But the crest got Wei, my dude. What the heck? Mako's caught out Scout on the sideline. That's what he was doing. I didn't see him up the top there. He's gone down. The Rise is dead. Shun jumping onto the Kai'Sa. Passive charging up onto him. Triple knockup from the Shy. Rookie comes in and the IG solo laners make magic happen. The Shy with a knockup finishes off one more and wink and you miss it. Gen.G are eliminated from the Rift. 4 dead. Xiaoshu flashing away. IG clean fight in the bot side jungle. Poor Wink. Can't do anything there. Gala stays alive. Shun has been trying his goddamn best to try and close down this Kai'Sa, and it's not bot lane. Rookie's very far out. Is he going to die for the wave again? I think he might do. I think Rookie realizes he might be a tad dead here. He's going to use the Molten Shield. I'm going to get stunned to Shun. No, he's not. He's going to miss the Soul to Shun as he jumps over it. There is going to be a cross map on the other side. Demolish will do a lot of damage from the Ornn. A wave clear through fine. Wei not bad at killing towers of the Vi either, using that E. Has to kill the wave. We'll head back into it. Q back towards the tower. So it will end up being kill in top lane. Or tower in the bot side. In terms of overall kill gold, rather. Still better for IG. However, it's only if they manage to make it out alive here. There is an equalizer for Xiaoshu. He's just used his Q as way, so he's going to be in a little bit of a bad spot. There is a call of the Forge God. I think one person is... I think 2 people are dying, actually. I'll take that back. The Shy, I don't think he makes it out of this one. Wink gets himself the CC way. Yeah, he's not tanky enough. He's had a hard game this time around. Well, the Forge God. Gala's in here now. Well, perhaps we consider things again. Equalizer onto 3. Dash over it. The Shy makes it out alive. Is there a follow-up fight beyond this? Good roots. W come in from the Kai'Sa as well. He does a turn. How do you overcome Knight? Anyone's Legend now later in the year. Proving a point. Whoa, Rookie getting a stun onto the top mid laner of Scout. Very low HP. Dragon's taken. Call of the Forge God not available for follow-up, but Rookie, he's pretty happy with just a little bit of the follow-up. The Shy walking up with boldness. Wei has his ultimate too. Hayes has ult. Quite hard to do much with that. Available for Gen.G. Scout. He's spotted. Q onto the Rise. Stun coming through. Roots as well. He has a flash and he can't use it. That is a bush spray, a vision trap and a half from IG. Flash forward from Mako. 3-man denied because Pays ults. 2 instead. Wink going in for some disruption himself. That's not a bad equalizer, but the damage is still in favor of IG. Wink goes down despite disrupting the follow-up. He will die for it. 2 for in the year. Gen.G have only won a single game versus IG across 20. More of just an open-ended emotional statement. Gen.G are a team which hang on a second. Realm Warp coming in, flashing forward, trying to get the Realm Warp on to Gala to get the equalizer as well. He gets himself the ult though, and Gala Kai'Sa starts to DPS. He can't survive through everything, though, can he? Maybe he can. I've underestimated again. Gala makes it out alive. 1 for 1. The Xayah goes down for the support, but most importantly, Gala lives. Gen.G do not find their target, but where's the damage now? The Shy coming in. He's full HP and he's a frontline starting to buy damage. Gala comes back around and he gets a kill because they didn't finish him off in the first part. If you come for the king, you best not miss. Gala makes it through the fight, and Scout will not be able to survive either. IG lose 1, take 4, and put Gen.G on the ropes. How could it be the year? I won't say it until it's happened. IG back to Worlds of potential. Rookie back to Worlds of potential. I dare not believe in it. Not until it's happened. Not for Rookie. To which fate has been far too cruel. Wei and the Shy scout out the flanking members of Gen.G. IG, I won't say you'll do it until it's done. I think you deserve that. There will be no curses here. What we can say, though, is IG are a hell of a team to watch. Individual roster of all time in Gen.G 2023 Pays. He may have to ult this, and indeed he does. No feather calling now. Oh, and he's caught by the knockup as well. CC onto him. He's currently in a 1v4 as the Shy, and perhaps he likes those odds. No! Gala goes down into his GA. That is well too far, my friend. The feather call comes back. The peel is good. Gala is low. He will go down this time. The Rumble gets the kill, and the shutdown is in. Gen.G, a breath of life, perhaps more than that. Gala goes into Hell's Mouth and does not come out the better of it this time. IG able to take down Scout, but lose their talisman of that AD carry. Pays able to get that feather pull back on target, despite not even using the flash. Far too deep from Gala. Far too deep. The window had opened. thrust well open into the sky now. Baron taken by Gen.G. It'll be an objective bounty. It'll be a way to get out onto the map, potentially approach the map from a little bit of damage onto him. It's not like the Shinzao can do that much against him in short trades. Dragon up in 30 seconds would be soul for IG. Realm Warp. Cancelled out. Is the Shy going to get down here in time? Potentially. He can teleport in. Rookie can't. Rookie can't. They'll have to buy time. Gala, get some plasma down. That's important. He's out of the equalizer. Mako might not be so lucky. And he'll go down easily. No Pop Blossom for this fight. Gala wants to try and charge up his supercharger again. Whereas the old Rookie on the flank has flash. They might not need the Nico. Gala is engaged onto, has his ultimate, but he does get to use it. He goes down, uses the barrier, but not the ult. And the overstay in the side lane punished heavily from Gen.G. That will get the Dragon for Gen.G at least. 4,000 IG. Multiple times now, and Gala not able to have the impact as earlier into the game. We praise him so much, and he's failing to deliver on those promises. Rookie going forwards. The Shy can come down too. Good damage onto him. Takes half his HP. Could potentially be a Call of the Forge God. There is a flash from Scout. There could be, hang on, Scout, there could be a flash stun hit. Comes through, Zonya's. Rookie will be able to get her here now. Wade's coming down. Good catch onto Scout. He should die. That's the rise down. The Shy. Powerful enough to hold the front line. Easy pick. No flashes committed by Rookie or the Shy. Yes, it's ultimates, but they're level 17 with a lot of builds completed now. A lot of items. It's not like they'll be on the longest cooldown. Scout's been the problem this game. Not necessarily. Equalizer to clear the way. If there's no Baron buff for IG, demolish. Damn, that's half the tower down. Mako walk up. Mid lane towers. Inhib taken once again. Garlet has GA available. They have to kill him twice. Wei has ultimate. Turret will be taken down. IG playing it slow. Bot inhib revealed. Other pullback's pretty good onto Wei though. I don't really know what there's... Maybe Shun can charge up his Q and get a clutch knock-up onto a target. It's a Rookie or Gala potentially. Rookie has his ultimate back available now. Isn't that scary? A retreat as 5 members from IG. Equalizer not available just yet. Xiaoshu has had a lot of Gen.G's damage. He's been using that Equalizer to try and... For its strength, Wade's going to go... they do not see them. They do not see them at all. Pace is coming forwards. He has a hell of a lot of damage. Ult onto him, and that's good damage. Gala, not the fantastic ult to reposition either. The feather pullback is through. The choke point, that's not bad, but Wade will get over the wall. Still has GA to work with. Gala, a Rookie, flashing forwards. The Crescent Guard buying up a ton of time in the front line. The choke point is not bad for the Xayah. Where is the Shy, though? That Call of the Forge God... Very threatening, so Gen.G turn onto the tank instead. He's calling it through. Goes unstoppable. There's a double knockup, and it'll lead to the death of the AD carry. The Shy once again becomes the front line god, and Gen.G was started as a great front choke point fight ends in their own demise. The Shy, wonderful tank play from him in both games 1 and 2, as Gen.G will not find a single game victory versus Invictus Gaming here today. They have won 1 game against them the entire year. IG will have to still take down Scout, has Flash and Zonya's. He will be able to wave clear just a little bit. The CC lands, the Zonya's will be procs now. Gala going low, and that GA... Hang on a second, the bouncer's doing good work, but he's gone too far. He tried to get that last kill, and he won't be able to. GA's proc from IG as Gen.G lose their mid laner and will lose the series. Invictus Gaming go 10-1 in individual games against Gen.G Gaming in 2025.